finished my offsite couples session. As you can see, it is absolutely jam-packed in my car, and I thought that I would just park and give you guys a little update. But I'm actually on a really busy road, so probably not the best place to pull in because there's lots of people driving past. But I am just leaving feeling on top of the world after that session. I love couple sessions because you get to feel the individual person's energy, but also their couple's energy together, like the divine union. And it's just so special to be a part of that for a short time and to connect into their love. And it just, couple sessions are so beautiful, and this session was extra special because they are expecting a baby later on this year. So I feel like it was just so special because I got to not only connect with the couple's energy, and they're a couple that I've worked with before and I absolutely adore them and love them so much, but now to connect to their baby's energy, it was just so special. And I feel like babies especially, but kids have such a connection to source, like such a divine connection. And I was working on Bubs and connecting to their soul, and all of a sudden they don't know what the baby is yet, but I think it's a boy. He started moving around and was so active, and I just felt like he connected in with the Reiki energy like so well. And the mum even said that like she could sense as soon as we started playing the bowls and doing energy work that the baby was so active, which is just like the best feedback. It's just so nice to think that you can work on such a beautiful, innocent, tiny little thing, and soon he's going to be earthside, or I should say they, because we don't know that it's a boy yet, but I feel like it's going to be a little boy. But I am really enjoying today's drive. So they lived up in the hills, and I have missed the really beautiful scenic drive because obviously my center used to be up in the hills and I would drive this every single day. And so it's just absolutely beautiful to be able to drive this again and see all of the animals that I used to see every day, and they all have new little babies, which is just so sweet and so nice. So I've actually really enjoyed today's commute to and from, and I'm really excited. I feel like sometimes doing different types of work, like working in a different space with different people, like it feels really good. It reignites like why I do what I do, and I'm now leaving like a morning of work just feeling on cloud 9, and I'm ready to like spend the rest of the afternoon diving into work. But first of all, I need some food and I need a coffee because I am starving and I want to sit in the sun and journal and connect back in with me, because I feel like I've spent a lot of today giving, and so obviously a huge part of balance is receiving as well. And I'm so sorry if the cars driving past is really noisy, but I felt like I just wanted to pull in and give you a little update because I'm just feeling in my feels after having such a beautiful morning and a reminder of why I open my business and why I do what I do. So I'm in my feels. Let's finish the drive home, get some food, get a coffee, and have a nice balanced afternoon of dabbling some work, but also giving back to myself and balancing it back out. Good afternoon. I am just cleansing myself and closing off the energy from a really beautiful couple session that I did this morning. So I actually went to their place and did a beautiful partner sessions. So when I say partner, it can be friends, loved ones, you and your mum or whoever. In this case, it was a beautiful husband and wife, and they are expecting a beautiful baby. And so it was so nice to connect with Bub's energy and give mama some love and dad some love, and to feel the connection of their union, and for the two to soon become 3, which is so exciting. And I spent a little bit of time packing up my car and getting organized for tomorrow, because it is very exciting. I am starting in a brand new space tomorrow. So if you follow me on Instagram, you may have already seen that I am renting a beautiful room in the salon Beauty by Bethany page, and I'm so excited because the salon itself is like 4 minutes away from my house, and it's a little shopping precinct that I used to go to all the time as a kid, and so it kind of feels like this you know, full circle moment of now working in a beautiful space there. So I'm really excited. So if you don't already, follow along on Instagram, because that's where I post all of my updates, and also where you'll see available session times if there's cancellations or just different availability pop up. So I'm really excited to trial a brand new schedule of seeing in-person clients. If you followed me for a while, you would know that I had a wellness centre up in Stirling of Adelaide Hills for 4 years, and would see clients Monday through to Wednesday and Saturday, and that was beautiful and great. But from a business perspective, it was really hard to keep switching gears from healer therapist to then a couple hours of being like content creator, and then being like all of these other parts of the business. And I just feel like by seeing all of my in-person clients on one day, seeing all my online clients in another day, it will just keep it so clean, and I can be focused on one aspect of the business. And I love that I'm getting more into content creation through YouTube, podcast, Instagram, but it honestly is like another full-time job. And vlogging is something that I love, because I love to watch it, like other people's vlogs, and so I love for people to watch mine, and it's a little bit easier because you're just kind of like picking up the camera, doing your day-to-day. But creating other videos for YouTube or for Instagram, like it obviously takes a lot of planning and creation and time and editing and all of the things. So I'm really excited to actually have like a dedicated day to do all of those sorts of things. And I am really excited to be creating the first vlog of 2025. So welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. If I'm being completely honest, I have tried to vlog a couple times already this year, and for whatever reason, I just didn't like it, or didn't feel like it was interesting enough, or I just didn't feel creative, and just kept like not picking up my camera. And I was like, what kind of vlog is this if I'm not even picking up my camera? So I thought, what a better week to kick off the vlogs than the first week that we are at the salon, and a week where I have quite a bit of variation in my schedule, which is super exciting. And it's a lot of me also prioritizing the business, but it's a really good time to bring you guys along, because for the last 2 weeks I have been under the weather, and I feel like a lot of people, especially in Adelaide, are getting really sick at the moment. And I wanted to share kind of like a beautiful few days in my life of balancing running a business, prioritizing my health, and also bringing back in some habits and rituals that I know really serve me and help me. And maybe you can feel inspired or motivated to do the same. So for the last 2 weeks I've had an ear infection, tonsillitis, the flu, I got my period as well. Like, I had so many things that literally wiped my energy, and I had to reschedule a few clients and a few work meetings and exciting project meetings, and it was honestly so sad. But now that I'm like on the other side of the sickness, I'm like, okay, what was this teaching me? And I actually think that it's brought me so much further back to myself, which I feel like I needed, like even down to using things like essential oil and cleansing properly after energy work and prioritizing me time, and realizing that I am watching way too much Netflix and that I'm on my phone on TikTok and Instagram way too much, and finding other ways that I can boost my immune system, boost my well-being and help my mental health. And I've only been really prioritizing it, I would say, for the last maybe 5 days, and it's already made such a huge difference. So I'm really excited to show you over the next few days what I am implementing into my days and how my schedule is changing as well, because I love watching vlogs where people talk about their schedule and how they organize their life, and I want to spend Monday especially just like getting organized. So I'm really excited to bring you guys along. So welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you are somebody who watches my vlogs or videos or content. So I'm very grateful, excited to be back, and I'm very excited to have a really beautiful few days with you. So it is currently 3:29. And if I'm being completely honest, I am wiped from traveling and doing a healing session, coming back and getting organized for tomorrow. So I think that I may even have a shower and get myself in my jammies, have an early afternoon. Good morning, happy Tuesday. I love Tuesdays because it's 8:30 and I've already done so much. So I teach breathwork at the Loft 6 a.m. on a Tuesday, which means it is a 4:40 a.m. wake up, which is so painful at the time, but once I have done it and I am up and I'm showered and I have a face on and an outfit on, it feels amazing. And I'm so lucky because there's a beautiful yoga class straight after, which one of my beautiful friends Pippa teaches. And so I have been making the commitment to myself this year that I will do my class 6 till 7 and then I will do Pippa's class 7 to 8. And there's only been, I think, 1 week that I haven't done it when I was sick. And so I have been going and doing Pippa's class every single week, and I leave the Loft at like 8 a.m. just feeling on top of the world because I've already worked, I've taught, I'm like showered and up and ready for the day, and I have done a yoga class. And now I have treated myself to a coffee and also the most incredible looking almond croissant from the cafe. So if you aren't familiar with the Loft Collaborative is where I work and teach breathwork twice a week, and I do sound healings there once a month, and it is a part of Summertown Studio in Somerton Park, which is a cafe. And honestly, it is such a vibe when I get there in the mornings because everything's closed and I open it up and put on all the lights and do all the things, and then as I'm teaching the sun comes up, and it is just, honestly, I can't describe how it is teaching in that space, especially in the morning. And then I come downstairs and like the cafe's open and everyone who's like on their way to work or just having like mornings for them are down there, and there's like music playing, and it's just such a beautiful contrast from when I get there and it's just like silence and calm, and then when I finish my class and I come down and it's like the world's awake and it's just so nice. But I have parked up now at a shopping center because I want to get some fresh veggies to do some juicing either today or tomorrow. I am on like my juice cleanse at the moment. Well, not even a cleanse, I'm just adding juices into my like diet, because when I was sick I realized that I could be juicing and it would just really help to put in some extra veggies. So you know, when you're sick and you like want to do anything and everything to like make you feel better, so I literally like got on Amazon and ordered a juicer. I ordered some like mushrooms, I ordered some sea moss, I ordered new vitamins. Like I was in the depth of it when I had tonsillitis and an ear infection a couple weeks ago. And so I have actually been really proud of myself of how much I have been juicing, and I feel like it's like my new love language. I just give it to everyone that I love and care about. So get ready if you're in my life, because I'm just handing out these juices, like, you know, but it's actually like there's a lot of work into it. Like I thought I could just do like a bag of like carrots and like some other veggies and stuff, but it actually takes a lot of veggies to make like a few big jars or big containers of juice. So on the agenda today, I am gonna have some coffee and brekkie. Now I'm going to plan out a podcast episode that I am going to record when I get home. I have about 20 minutes until the shops open, but I was like, the shops are so close to where I just taught, so there's no point going all the way home and then coming back. So I thought I might as well come here, have a coffee, breakfast, maybe journal, plan out the podcast, get my nails done. I'm very, very excited. So I'm gonna get veggies to do some juicing, get my nails done. It's funny, I sometimes go into the nail salon with like such an idea of what I want to have my nails as. So I'm thinking today like a very light pink or like a light nudie kind of color, and I always come out with the roguest color. So let's see what we come out with today. And so yeah, I'm going to get veggies, get my nails done, go and record a podcast, and then I want to head up to Handorf, which is a suburb in the hills, because I really want to get a wicker basket to use as my like work bag, because I find now that I'm working like the new space at the salon and then also the Loft, like I'm switching bags so much, and I feel like I'm just losing like little things like essential oils or, you know, whatever. So I wanted to have like an open basket that I can just put everything in instead of using like totes for my work bag or using like a handbag. I just want to have it in like one spot, if that makes sense, but I need it quite big. So I know from memory that there's a little boutique up there that does that, so I've asked my mum to join me, and we're gonna just have like a little shopping gals trip up there in the hills, which is so nice because I think it's meant to be like 30 degrees today, so it'll be a beautiful day to go exploring with someone that I adore and love. So I'm gonna have my coffee, have my breakfast, plan the podcast, and hopefully I've got a chance to journal. If not, I'll do that later, and then head into the shops to get my veggies, and I will chat to you guys in a little bit. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I am so excited to have you here and to be diving into a whole new topic within this episode. Oh my goodness, it is about 4 o'clock. I have hit my 4:40 a.m. like wake up slump. I can't even put to words. I am about to take my makeup off, have a shower, and I think I'm going to edit the podcast episode that I recorded earlier from bed while I watch YouTube. I went on a hunt for a wicker basket that I knew that I had seen at Hundorf before, and the place that I originally thought I could get it from didn't have it, and then I knew there was another place that usually has it, and he was closed. So I drove to Stirling, and they had them, but they were all kind of damaged, and they were like $90 to $115, which I just couldn't justify for the quality of them. So came home empty-handed, went all that way, and only got a jar of honey. But that's okay. It was nice to spend the afternoon with my mama and to just enjoy some quality time in the sun. It is like 33 degrees now. I'm sweating because I decided to wear a denim dress. So I'm in that mood where I'm like hitting my wall, and I just want to get this makeup off, and I want to get my jammies on, and I want a cup of tea. So that's what I'm going to do now, and spend the early evening editing the podcast and hopefully getting that up, if not scheduling it for tomorrow. morning. I thought that I would do a little chit chat, get ready with me, because I feel like I haven't really caught up with you guys in this vlog. It's been a full-on week. I don't know why. I didn't mean for it to be, but I feel like it has been like go go go. I have my whole life in my bedroom. Normally I get ready in the bathroom, but I thought, why not sit down with you guys and have a little chit chat, a little catch up, because yeah, like I said, I feel like I haven't really been chatting with you guys that much on this vlog. And this morning I was like, is this vlog even interesting for people to watch? But I love just like people's day-to-day vlogs, and so I'm trying to be a little bit kinder to myself with content, and just like, I'm very much, no, I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but whenever I create for the business, whether it's content or like courses or offerings, I always want it to be high standard, which I think is obviously a very good thing in business. But sometimes I realize that I can be quite hard on myself, and you know, things ebb and flow in your day and in your week, and sometimes you can think that you have like all the time in the world to film, and then different things happen, which is kind of what's happened this week. So I was like, you know what, even if one person enjoys this vlog, then I will be really happy. So I'm taking the pressure off myself in that sense, and I am just gonna put this out there. But today I have a very exciting day, because I am hosting retreat sessions, which I do every now and then for a beautiful friend of mine. Her name is Lisa, and she is from The Natural Path, and she is a naturopath, which I think is such a cool play on words for her business name. And she has the most incredible house on the beachfront at Christie's Beach, and so she invites me to come and do healing sessions for her clients sometimes, and it's just honestly such a vibe, because I am doing like Reiki and healing, and I'm literally looking at the beach. And so I always love doing retreat sessions, because I always leave just feeling so lit up and excited about the work that I do. And so I am doing a double session there today, which is super exciting, and I'm gonna just have some lunch with Lisa, because even though we connected on a professional relationship, we've become really close, and I class her as one of my friends, which is so nice. And so when we get the chance, we often catch up for some yummy food. She is like, her food is insane. I helped her with a recipe book, like I did the content kind of side of things, and she created the most delicious recipe book, and it's so low ticket, and honestly every single recipe in this book is just so beautiful, and so yummy. And she's always so kind, because I think her love language is food, and so every time I work for her or we catch up, she always makes me the most delicious little raw snacks and treats or meals, which I'm just obviously so grateful for. I just think when somebody else cooks for you or makes meals for you, it just tastes so much better than when you do it for yourself. So I am doing a double retreat session there, so like two back-to-back retreat sessions, which I'm very excited about. And I got up this morning. I was very tired this morning. I think just the early starts on Tuesday. So you would have seen yesterday that I teach breathwork 6 a.m. at the Loft every single Tuesday. So it means that I'm waking up at 4:40 to go to work. And it's my choice to get up that early. Like, I could obviously just roll out of bed and go to work, but I love to have a shower and put makeup on and make myself a coffee and like go into that session like super zen and chilled out. Whereas for me personally, like if I didn't give myself that space and time in the mornings, I would be so sluggish and so sleepy, and that's obviously not how I want to show up to my clients or to my classes. So I always get up that like little bit earlier, and it just helps me to feel so awake and ready to teach.
And then I stayed yesterday for Pippa's yoga class, which I think I've already told you guys about yesterday, but it was so beautiful and I felt so good, and then had like a crash yesterday afternoon. But I think that's just natural when you're like busy. Like I think I'm still low-key recovering from Sunday and working on like 11 people, which is beautiful and I love doing that. But obviously I think I like chatted to you guys about it on Monday, like it takes a lot out of you. So yeah, woke up a little bit tired this morning, but I'm really proud because I still went on a walk with my mum. We've got this really nice walking track that we try and do. We were doing really well, and we were like doing this walking like track most days when we could and when it wasn't too hot, but because we've both been sick, we just haven't got back into the routine of that yet. So I was super excited because it was our first walk back, but I noticed my body was so tired. But I think it's because yesterday's yoga class was heavily focused on like hamstrings, and hamstrings are the one part of my body that I would say is like needs the most work. And so I just think my body was a little bit like physically fatigued. But we still went on a walk. It was about 50 minutes, so we did cut off the corner. Normally we do about 7Ks, but I was so tired, like just physically tired. So we cut the corner off, and then I treated myself to a sausage roll from the local bakery, which is so yum, and came home, and you would have seen, made a coffee and just spent some time outside just getting grounded again. I'm really trying to prioritize any time that I'm doing energy work, giving to myself before and after, and actually like including that as part of my work day. So I'm really switching the narrative to like thinking that I almost shouldn't be giving myself this time because I could be doing Instagram posts or, you know, whatever, and actually realizing that in order for me to not be burnt out, I have to do extra things that somebody in a different job probably wouldn't have to do. So I journaled this morning, and it's so funny, I haven't pulled cards in quite a while. I just haven't felt super connected to that practice, and I really ebb and flow with my practices, whether it's meditation, breathwork, journaling, yoga. Like I definitely have like practices for different reasons and seasons of my life. But I just felt really called to use a deck that I haven't used in a really long time, and all of the cards, like, so I think 4 fell out like at the same time, and it was just so interesting because I've been really thinking the last few days, especially yesterday, about like where I want clarity to go and physically where I want clarity to go. And as much as I love that I'm now offering Sunday sessions again, like it's just a transition to go from having my own space to then only working like with physical clients once a week in someone else's space. And it's such a beautiful space, like it feels amazing. But I think I'm just like processing all of these feelings of like, where is Clarity's home going to be? Like I still obviously want to open up our wellness center again, and I have like a bigger vision for Clarity. And yeah, I think just the last couple of days I've just been really like feeling a lot about the uncertainty of the business and the location at the moment, because obviously I don't want to just be offering Sundays forever. Like I want to be offering like full time again. So yeah, it's just been interesting, like a lot of thoughts, if that makes sense. And all of the cards were saying, like, one was the void, and it talked about like sitting in this uncomfortable feeling of like not knowing the next step and the uncertainty. And then like all of the other ones were like surrender. One, literally the card was wait, and that's what I feel at the moment. There was this commercial property that came up that I liked but I didn't love, and there was a few things that I would have to negotiate in order for it to be the right fit for us. And it just didn't feel like, when I first saw the Sterling property, I was like, yeah, this is Clarity's home. And I just had this like absolute 100% body yes. I'm not saying that this place isn't, but there would have to be like a lot of negotiations. And so it's really interesting that all of these cards that I pulled were all about waiting and not making any decisions and sitting in the uncomfortable feelings of the unknown. And that's definitely something that us humans don't like doing, and I definitely don't like doing it. I like to, you know, be in control of my life and be in the driver's seat. And I think it's, yeah, interesting. And then I was also thinking, like, my journaling this morning was around, like, why can't this be perfect for right now? Like, I think because I'm so used to being constantly busy, and I'm really busy. Like, there's so much that I haven't been able to vlog this week because I've been so busy. So it's a really, like, conflicting conversation that I'm having with you and having with myself, because I am busy, but I'm busy in different ways. And so the part of me that's used to seeing clients every single week feels like we're not busy, even though Sundays are getting completely booked up and I'm working like 7 till 7 on Sundays and working and seeing online clients and doing different things in the week. Like, it's so interesting when you become the observer of your thoughts and you actually challenge your thoughts. So, like, a lot of what I'm doing at the moment is challenging, well, is this thought, like, actually true? And 9 times out of 10, like, it's not. And it's just so interesting when you can approach it from that space of, like, okay, how I'm feeling is super valid because it's how I'm feeling, but it doesn't mean that there's truth to it just because I'm feeling it. And so, yeah, having those cards come out this morning that are like, just wait, and like, it all essentially, like, a conversation I literally had with my mum this morning was like, it'll all work out, and like, it's so fine. Like, the business is thriving, and yes, I still want it to grow in different ways, but one of the big reasons why I closed Sterling was for more time, because I wanted to create on YouTube and I wanted to invest more time in the podcast and I wanted to do lots of little projects. And then when I have that time, it's almost like I'm self-sabotaging by being like, what do I do with all this time? The human brain is just so interesting, and the reason, like, I wanted to talk it out with you guys is because, first of all, you're like my walking live journal where I can kind of process things. That's what I think the podcast is like as well. But also, like, I think as a therapist and a healer, a lot of people think that we automatically have everything down packed, and it's like, we're just humans as well. We are just humans having this experience, navigating the same things as all of you guys. And it's also a lot more easier to help somebody else through their problems than it is to help yourself. And don't get me wrong, like, I have my tools and I am definitely leaning into all of that and, like, yeah, becoming the observer and all of that. But I wanted to share it because, no, I don't think there's any human that doesn't experience certain feelings and conflicting feelings as well. And also, like, you can be on top of the world having the best time, and then all of a sudden you're like flooded with these feelings, or like you're confused or unhappy or whatever. Like, I think it's so natural for us to ebb and flow, but we don't usually give ourselves that grace. Like, we think that just because we're having like a moment or a bad mood or whatever, that like our whole life needs to be questioned, or like our day is ruined, or, you know, whatever the narrative is. And it's like, you can literally just have a fleeting moment of panic or confusion or stagnation, and it doesn't have to mean anything. Like, I think as well, like, what I was journaling on this morning was why, like, I have so much abundance around me. Like, I have a roof over my head, like, I'm safe, like, I'm way less stressed than I was 6 months ago when I was realizing that Sterling was out of alignment for us now. Like, I'm in such a better position than I was a few months ago, and can that not just be enough? And like, a few months ago I was dreaming of having the space and the flexibility and the problems that I have now, but now that I'm here, you're quick to forget like all of that, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I'm not explaining that very well, but I just mean, like, it's kind of like reflecting on it and being like, can this not just be beautiful and perfect for the season that we're in at the moment, which for me is like planting the seeds and getting myself back on track and figuring out how I want to like share content and how I want to create long form content. And like, can that not just be beautiful and perfect? Why do I have to always be wanting the next thing or doing the next thing? So yeah, just wanted to share that little bit of morning thoughts with you guys, just in case one of you are navigating a same sort of thing where you just feel like you're constantly like questioning and thriving for the next thing and doing the next thing. But I am so excited for today's sessions. As I said, I always leave retreat sessions just feeling so motivated and inspired and happy, and I feel like I'm already ahead of the day by moving my body and also sitting outside and journaling and meditating. And because I'm already going to be on the Esplanade, I was thinking of maybe going a little bit earlier or hanging around afterwards, depends how long the sessions go for, and actually getting grounded and enjoying the beach because I'm literally there. I'm not sure what to wear to the retreat because it is going to be 30 degrees today and I already feel hot and it's like 10 a.m. I was thinking of maybe putting on like a beachy kind of vibe outfit. The retreats are usually quite casual, but I always like to, you know, dress the part, whether that's the healer or the therapist or I don't know, like for me, dressing and feeling good is like an energetic thing. So for me, like if I don't feel good in what I'm wearing, like my vibration is so much more like closed off and I'm very like, whereas when I feel confident and like good in what I'm wearing, or like it's almost like an embodiment, I think. Like some days if I know that I've got like all talk therapy sessions, I'll wear more of like pants and like a blazer, whereas if I know that I'm doing energetic work, I'll wear like boho clothes. And for me it's just like a fun way to like not get into character, because obviously it's not a character, it's who I am, but just to embody who it is that I'm like being that day. So normally for a retreat, like I would either wear like a cute yoga outfit or like a boho dress, but today I'm feeling like maybe we do beachy vibes. Maybe I'll put like a bandana or a headband in to kind of distract from the fuzziness of my waves. Okay, the lighting in the house is awful at the moment because we have all of the blinds shut because it's so hot. But here is the outfit for the retreat. So I decided to go with the kids' Kmart dress. I love it because it's got this little slip underneath so I don't have to wear a bra, so it's really comfy. And I decided to add my little crocheted bandana, and I am all packed. I have everything in this basket ready to go. And also look how cute my little custom tote is, so it says a touch of clarity on it, so I just love using that when I'm trotting around, especially for work. So I was just editing the vlog in between clients and I realized that I never finished it and ended the vlog. So thank you so much for being with me the past few days. It was so beautiful to spend that time with you and to connect back into creating onto YouTube. And I'm so excited for what's to come with the business and also moving forward on YouTube. So thank you for being here as always. Please subscribe or send this to a friend that you think would enjoy it, and I cannot wait to see you in our next vlog. Thanks.